This February I actually wanted to do a gentle reminder video because I haven't done one in such a long time, and I thought to myself, you know what, I'm always doing like a general gentle reminder, but why not be more specific and talk about something that is like so common and something that's affecting me as well. It has affected me for very long. I'm slowly getting out of it, but yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about people pleasing. People pleasing, the curse. Oh my gosh, and it's just so hard when that's just kind of been your mentality for years and like trying to get out of that. And so I have come up with a few things that have helped me and things that I want to touch on. The first one is the energy at which you show up matters. It really does matter. People can tell, like, people tell, when you really want to do something. Like, that one thing that you really like doing, the energy is there. Okay? You can't be saying, yes, I want to do this, but then your energy is saying no. That's people pleasing. We're not trying to do that. I have done that so many times where it's just like the words are there but the energy isn't, and it's just because I fear disappointing people. Sometimes it's just so hard to say no. Like, you put in a place where it's like, I mean, I guess and you start to tell yourself, I guess I could do that, or I guess it wouldn't be too bad, or I guess I could go with this person. Like, no, like, that's what we're trying to get rid of. It's kind of hard creating habits that bring our minds out of that. We need to be showing up with the energy. And also, we need to start putting our wants and our needs first, because how you treat your needs and wants is how you teach other people to respect or to treat them. Reminder number 2 is you are responsible for the time you allow others to take. You are responsible for the time that you give other people and the time that you give things. And so the thing with people pleasing is that sometimes you can even start to resent the people or the things that you agree to. Like, you're sitting there and in your mind you're like, why did I even say it? Like, why did I do this? Like, no, I didn't want to do this. Or like, oh my gosh, why did I say? It's so hard. But then at the same time, like, we literally can't blame anybody else but ourselves. It's just one of those things where we can't be like, oh my gosh, that girl is so like, ugh, she, like, she's the reason why. No, like, we agreed to it. No one was forcing us, and probably if they were like trying to get us to do it, we had a choice. In a book that I read called Setting Boundaries by Nedra Glover, she emphasized the importance of reducing your interaction sometimes. Like, sometimes you just have to pull back. And she says one of the 6 boundary areas is time. How often and when you give your time to others is your choice. You don't have to offer your time freely to people when you don't want to, or to people you find emotionally draining. It may seem like you have to answer the phone, you have to respond to a text or answer an email, but you don't. You can say no when people make requests of you, such as, can you help me move, or can you help me do this one thing? And knowing that it's okay to set boundaries with people who don't set any for themselves. Yeah, and like, setting limits will not disrupt a healthy relationship. That's something I had to learn, and not only in like, like boyfriend girlfriend. It's more of like, even with my parents, my family, like, I had to like, no girl, no man, nope. And like, my family, like, I feel like they think I'm so rebellious sometimes because, or selfish, but it's not selfish, it's self-respect. And sometimes you just have to set that limit. It may be even helpful to let the person know that this is a way of us preserving our relationships. Like, the boundary is not the enemy. You are not my enemy. And this is what my boundary is. And if you respect me, you should also respect my boundaries, as will I. People pleasing can enable unhealthy behaviors in others. So, like, by always accommodating other people and avoiding conflict, you might inadvertently enable their negative behaviors or poor habits. And this lack of boundaries can allow other people to take advantage of you, and especially your kindness, and perpetuate a cycle of dependency and unhealthy dynamics. That was also like something that I read, and that really stuck to me, and that's why I really wanted to share it. Like, especially how you seem, like people look at you and they judge you immediately, and that's the scary thing because especially as a person like me, I am the type of like I'm so chill, I'm so like shy, reserved, and then me now when my cutesy self, I like to dress up with cute things and cute little pigtails, and like when I go to work I have my hair in too, and they just think that I'm such a pushover. And to be honest, sometimes it's not pushover but people pleaser. And sometimes, like especially when you have an intimidating person or someone with that energy that, like, you know, those people that their energy is just like, and then if your energy isn't really like that, it can force you to be like the submissive person, like naturally. And I think that's kind of like how it is in the animal kingdom as well. It's such an interesting thing. But yeah, people do that, and I don't want to change how I look or my personality for someone like that. And so it is important to like verbalize and be assertive. Sometimes you really have to be assertive, and that's something that I want to practice. I'm going to show you what I've been doing. So I can get a mirror. I have this big mirror, you see? And I look in the mirror and I imagine, like, what if somebody comes up to me? And thing is, I am a doctor now, and so the things that I say, people are going to hold space for me. People are going to stop and listen to me on the ward rounds. Patients are going to take my word for it. I am going to have to tell my senior certain things, and they're going to take my word for it. So not only does that put pressure on you, but you can't be like unsure of yourself and sound unsure. Like, how will you expect people to trust you if you're not confident in yourself? I'm going to like have this mirror, and I'm going to try to do it like at least once a week or in the morning, and I'm going to like do practice like phrases. So like sometimes in the working field, people will come up to you and like they have a lot on their plate, and they know you have a lot on your plate as well, and they will just judge you and say, you know, that girl is not gonna say no to me, and they come and they try to like put their work on your work. That is so annoying. Me hate them type of people there. But anyway, I would look in the mirror and be like, so they'd tell me like they'd probably say like, girl, like I have so much to do, could you like do this for me? And I'd probably look and be like, yeah, that does seem like a lot of work. However, like I have a lot of workload as well, and so I'm going to have to decline. Period. Like, that sounds so ugh. And the next thing is like with people pleasing and saying no is to stop rambling and just be, as I said, assertive. Just get your point across. So imagine, like, let's run that back. They come up to me and they're like, here's my work, do it. And then I'm just like, ugh, but oh my gosh, yeah, but I had this to do, like, but I don't know if I could do it, but I guess I could have, like, if I have enough time, I could do. No. That's something that I do sometimes, and so like I think this is really helpful. You could also try it as well, and just doing practice phrases. You know, the type of situations that you may encounter with people, and so like practicing it before it happens. So it's like you're reframing your mind. That's such a powerful thing to do. And a next one would be like, if someone comes up to you and they see you doing something and they also want something done, like for example a patient, a friend or something, but as I said, you're busy with what you have to do, you could say something like, I understand that that's urgent, however I am completing something right now, or I'm doing something right now, could you allow me to get this done and then I'll address you, or something along those lines. Like that sounds so much better than all right, you can come, or you can wait, like give me, you know. Yeah, it sounds so much better when you're just like, yes, I understand that that's urgent, but I need to complete my work first, and then after that, I can address you. So yeah, imagine me saying that and just in my head, like I will say that, and I will be like, period, like that's so like, but just feel good, you know. I'll address that later. But yeah, so thanks for sticking around with me. Like, man, adulting is hard. It's so hard, but there are things that we can do to improve, and yeah, there are things that we can do to reframe our mind when it comes to people pleasing. So yeah, I hope this helps. I'm also trying to practice what I preach. So yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.